Hello everybody, my name is Lizix, and today I'm going to show you how to install Rock Band Unplugged customs. This will also be showing you how to do auto conversions, but if you find pre-made custom songs like my custom song I made recently, the No Regrets chart, this will also go over how to install that. First thing you're going to need is Unplugged Deluxe. Not really a deluxe mod, it's just there to load the custom songs. You'll also need RBU tool, and RBU tool requires AT3 tool and FFmpeg, which you want to grab this right here. Once you've got all those downloaded, I've already got those all downloaded, extract them. Best way to do it is extract RBU tool and then put AT3 tool and FFmpeg, put that all here, put the files in the bin folder of the FFmpeg zip right here. That should get you set up easily. Next thing you're going to need is a song. Out of the box, RBU tool can read Rock Band style MIDIs. That includes MIDI charts for Clone Hero or Yarg, anything like that. Probably even the Guitar Hero full band converts for Clone Hero probably even work. Not 100% sure on that. For best performance with auto conversion, it would be recommended to use festival style charts, so the customs for Encore, but those MIDIs will need some adjustments to make the track names correct for the RBU tool. Of course, you will also need the game itself. You're going to need Rock Band Unplugged. You're going to need the USA version of Rock Band Unplugged, unknown if this would work with EU. And you'll also need some official DLC, just because we're going to be using some of their files in the conversion process. So, once you've got a song and RBU tool set up, open up RBU tool. First thing you're going to want to do is go to the Audio tab, click Encrypt ATM, click Choose Autofill Folder, find your custom song folder, which is right there. It's not going to be perfect because I'm actually using a chart with 2 guitar tracks. It's using a rhythm track, which also means I will have to edit the MIDI slightly, which I will show you how to do as well. Go to the Output ATM, make sure it's in the same folder, it doesn't really matter. Name the file Z, and then a shorthand for the song you are adding. So for this, I'll do Z bring on RV for rock version dot ATM, all capital, by the way. Click OK, click Encrypt. It should go. Side note, if you don't have all the tracks here, if you just have a song.ogg, you will have to either copy that to all of the instrument tracks as well, or create a silent audio file and fill those in for the instrument tracks. As you can see, while I was talking, that's done converting. And in the chart tab here, you can type in your song name and your difficulty. I believe this is, if I check the song.ini here, this will give me the information I need. Diff band is 4. 1, 2, 3. So it's a challenging song. Diff guitars also 4. Drums is 3. Bass is 2. And rhythm is 4. And since this MIDI is not exactly correct, since it has a rhythm chart instead of a vocals chart, I will need to open this MIDI. That is not what I meant to do. I meant to open Reaper. This is not technically a full customs tutorial, like how to create the MIDI file. This is just a simple example. I will need to open this up and go to the rhythm track and rename it to part vocals. I don't remember which you have to change, so I just changed both. Export project MIDI. Browse. The name of the MIDI file doesn't actually matter, so I'm going to leave it as MIDI export. That's done. Now click import over here. Go find the chart. You can see the MIDI export. Click OK. And for this one, I'm not going to check pitched vocals. This is for a song where you are actually singing, unlike a festival or encore style chart, or one where I've just ripped a rhythm guitar and put it on vocals. So if you have a chart where you're actually singing the notes, check pitched vocals. For this one, I'm not checking it. I'm just clicking OK. I scroll here, see if I go to expert, you can see all the notes here. Now, if you're seeing some things that you might want to change here in the post-processing just for an auto-generation to make it playable, I'd check gem pruning, bring it up to about somewhere in the 100 range. I'll set it to exactly 100. If you're seeing too many chords in this chart, this is a preview, by the way. It's not a perfect editor. It's a really just there for simple adjustments. You can't really make a chart in this. I guess theoretically you could, but there's no way to hear the audio, and it's not really great. Best recommendation, I would check sparse multi-gems. That basically splits up chords, so you're not playing them on the same hand as often. So this just, as you can see, it's just moved the drum track. So the chords, instead of being both on the left hand, it's using both hands. For the default Rock Band Unplugged control scheme. In a lot of cases, I would also recommend looking through this. You can highlight notes and you can change what they are. So if you want to remove chords manually, if the automatic chords are not removing them the way you want it to, you can just change them like that, or you can just straight up delete notes by right-clicking them, pressing delete, or you can also add notes by right-clicking and pressing add note in a blank space. But it's not really easy to do, adding notes. And also, if you want to skip the pruning and instead want to do like fast alternating, so like left, right, left, right, left, right, you can do that easily by doing something like that. I'm just going to leave this as is so you can see what a automatic conversion chart looks like without too many adjustments, just using the default extra settings that RBU tool gives you. But I'd strongly recommend, if you're trying to make a good chart but you don't want to like fully make a chart, I'd recommend scrubbing through and highlighting any changes and making changes. Once you've got all of that imported and all of this info set correctly, also you will need to set your default starting track. So the best one to choose for the starting track is the one that has the most on it, in my opinion. It can also be whichever starts first. In this case, we have 3 different tracks starting first. I will just start with the guitar, because that just makes the most sense for this sort of song. Once that's done, click export, and then put it in the same folder. Make sure it has the same file name as earlier, so bring it on rv.rbu this time. Again, all capitals. Click OK. Click OK again. You can see converted. That's good to go. Now, for the game files. Once you've got your song converted, you're going to open up the PPSSPP files, or PSP. There's instructions on the on Unplugged Deluxe on the repo here for real PSP. Just follow these. I don't have a real PSP, so I can't explain that to you. But what I can show you is, so I've got the US copy here, PSP. Open the PSP folder. If it doesn't exist, create a new folder called Plugins, and that's where you would copy the Unplugged Deluxe. As you can see, I already have it. This is my personal PPSSPP install. So I've also got customs in here. If I go into the customs folder here, so PSP, game, ULUS 10418, music. I have some customs already set up here. This one's broken, so I'm just going to delete this. Next thing you're going to want to do is make a copy of the Constant Motion DLC folder. Constant Motion is the longest song in Rock Band Unplugged, and that will be the limiting factor to the length of a song that you can add, which constant motion is about 7 minutes long in Rock Band Unplugged. Again, just rename this to bring it on RB. Not RB. You can delete those two files, and then you copy over those two files from there. And now if I open PPSSPP, should be good to go. Another thing here on PPSSPP, if you want to run black background, I'd recommend going to the game settings and checking skip buffer effects. That essentially gives you a black background. As you bring it on rock version, load this up. As you can see, it's not a perfect custom, but what can you expect? This was auto-generated from a 5-lane chart and down-converted. And that's about it. There's a basic tutorial on how to play custom songs in Rock Band Unplugged. Oh yeah, and if you have a song already in Rock Band Unplugged format, so if I go ahead and download my custom that I just recently made, so if I grabbed this Rock Band Unplugged file here, and I wanted to install this into Rock Band Unplugged. For this one, just copy this straight to here. This has all the files already in it, so it's ready to go. But if you are just given a ATM and a .rbu file, possibly a preview file, if you're just given those three, create a new folder, name it the same as the ATM file, and then again copy in constant motions files into it, deleting the ATM and AT3 files from constant motion. And that should be good to go. Now that custom will work as well. Well, that's about it for a basic custom. If you'd like for me to explain a little bit more in depth how to make a true custom song, like charting it from start to finish, I might do that in a future video. Just let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. Until then, I hope you enjoy Rock Band Unplugged Customs. Thank you for watching. I'm Lizix. Peace out.